together right now. I'm just loading up some mags for a private lesson that I have tomorrow. These are extended mags. These are the Metgar Glock magazines with the Springer Precision base pads, and then I've got some CSRG followers in here that give extra capacity, so I think each of these hold 24 9mm rounds. As I finish loading the magazines, what I'll do is I'll put them in this bag I made called the Bindle. And this is a really cool bag. I think a lot of people don't understand what this is, but what it does is it gives me 2 bags in one, essentially. So the front I use for preloaded magazines, extended magazines, they'll fit in here. Even some open gun magazines will fit in here. Whatever I want to keep in this package, I can actually put it on the back side, loose ammo here, and it kind of becomes like this little cradle to bring this one bag, and I can top off magazines while I'm teaching and shooting and demoing. So I really like this bag for just keeping everything really, really tight and minimal. But this bag can hold more ammo. Right here, this one can hold maybe like 800 rounds, I think one of my customers put in theirs. So tomorrow we've got a private lesson with a guy named Patrick. I have not met him in person, but I talked to him for quite a while on Instagram. Super excited that he finally pulled the trigger on a lesson with me. And I'm just gonna finish loading this up. I'm still gonna try to work out in the morning. If you guys have Metgar Glock mags, highly recommend the continuous precision steel mag button. And also, if you guys are looking for more capacity, I would highly recommend CSRG. The guy, Keanu, is a friend of mine, but he makes quality products, and low-key, I would bet my life on these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 extended magazines, just like that. And because I have loose ammo in this bag, I'm just going to put more extended magazines in the back. I have the space for it, so why not? The carry-ons are sold out and have been sold out for a couple of months. They sold out pretty fast. But if you guys want to see these make a comeback, type in the comments, "Carry on, my wayward son." The way I've been making my eggs recently have been like trying to model it after a restaurant or a diner we went to in Taiwan called RBG. It was kind of like in a hole in the wall, like super small. You'd miss it. You probably wouldn't think it's very good. But when we went there, and they took a little long to get the food ready, but once it came out, everything was like really well plated and everything was really, really well salted and seasoned. I've been trying to make my eggs the same way. And the trick is to not let them overcook so they don't get too tough. And also to kind of like homogenize the mixture a bit. So that's what we've been trying to do recently, and it's been a game changer. You don't have to say anything out loud, but you just be like, okay, that was pretty good, but like I felt like some kind of hiccup, or I made an adjustment, or it was high right.
That one felt better. Like
that one looked better too. So what I like about that run was you had more effort, right? Your hit wasn't that bad for how much faster you went. I'm not gonna tell you the time. Okay, but it was significantly faster, and it was like 10% worse. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Is we're just like, okay, let's go like double the speed and try to minimize how much we like lost output wise. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because now you can find out where the optimization is. Straight in the dig. Very good. That's your fastest so far. Fastest and your best hit. Just finished up the private lesson with Patrick. He did great. We were very safe. And now I'm just gonna make sure my 47 and my 22 are still zeroed at distance. And then we got some Christmas grocery shopping to do. Check this guy out. I want to see if a 47 feels any different from the Glock 22 converted into a 17 slide and then on a 45 frame with a guide rod adapter. So it's a little bit special, but I really want to see if it feels any different. So here's a back-to-back test. So this one's pretty much stock. It's not zeroed even, but I want to see if it feels any different right away. So I'm going to shoot what I'm normally using. Okay. A little bit bouncier feeling, I suppose. And then we have the 16 or the 47. 47 feels. Let's see if it'll even hit the steel. Huh. Feels pretty fast. Like. That feels pretty good. I mean, it feels a little bit softer. And then to the 39. Feels a little bit smoother. Did I just waste a bunch of money? One other thing I do is I like to use my cardboard multiple times. I paste up everything outside the alpha and then whatever's over here, just because normally like there's massive holes in there and there's a bunch of pasters on there. I want something to kind of wipe the slate clean. I make these respawns. They're on my website, cloakanddagger.solutions, if you want to train or if you're looking for paster products like this. Everything's on there. Link will be down below. But it kind of not only covers up the bigger holes and does it very fast, especially if I have a larger class or it's a department training. 100 sheets are like that much paper. It's very small. But it also covers up all those old pasters and gives me this nice flat surface. So I like that. I can use this again. And now I've got a whole brand new target essentially. I can shoot again. It saves me like $1 or something per. It's quick, it's easy, and I like it. So I'm now back in the warehouse. All the pasters, all the respawns that I make. Obviously we have to have a place to put it, so this is where everything lives. And a couple of changes from the last vlog, which was like probably April. I don't actually operate most of my business in terms of like the mechanics of it as much anymore. I'm very much so in like the visionary product development, making sure my employee has a clear direction on what needs to be done, when it needs to be done by, and just making sure he's paid. That's been a big change that I did not see coming so early on. The reason why I haven't vlogged in so long was just because life really picked up. I have a daughter, and she is now a toddler. What's kind of wild is that I thought things would get a little bit easier. The more mature she got, the more like I could be hands off. It was literally the opposite. The more mobile she got, the more speechy she got, the more her brain was like learning and soaking things in, the more I actually had to be mindful of like how I behaved. And I also had to be very present. Along with that, the company also started to scale a little bit. Nothing like hyper growth scaling, whatever, but stuff started to stabilize a bit. People from all over the country, thank God, are starting to use the pasters. Big matches. We sponsored quite a bit of majors this year. With that, there's demand on the customer side, and I'm trying not to have stockouts, which happens quite often just because with it being such a new company, like we just passed 1 year praise the Lord, demand hits spikes, especially after majors. And after somebody posts about it or whatever, as people talk, they now want to try my rules. And so there's like really unpredictable kind of spurts of demand. And so matching the supply with that has been a challenge. But then also on the personal side, matching the demand from my customer, aka my daughter and my wife, has also been a challenge. And they're all obviously vying for the same resources, which makes being present very, very tough. And also trying to make sure that I'm going to be packaging orders as well, because it's Christmas in 2 days, and I want to make sure all my customers have things when they need them. As things just kind of got a little bit more hectic, and obviously trying to not be stagnant in the company and product offering, I tried to pour myself into more product development, expanding SKUs, and that is both money intensive and very, very time intensive. And I just felt myself kind of falling off the horse, honestly. Since the last vlog, my consistency with exercise and health has declined. I'm constantly mentally tired. There's just been this constant demand, not from the customer, from my daughter, but just like a general, like just the world, this heaviness, this pull for my life energy, which is normal. Like, we're supposed to expend energy, and there's a reason why we eat and have this life to begin with. I've never felt that like abstract pull before like that. I was listening to a podcast, but it kind of reiterated the verse, "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." And the moment I heard that, I was like, that's exactly what I'm feeling right now, is just weariness. Like, I feel like I'm on this hamster wheel, and I'm just like, when does it end? Like, does it truly end when I die? Because when even is that? Like, is it like tomorrow? Or is that like, do I live to 100 and then I finally get to rest? Again, going to that cycle of like, I've lost my consistency, I've lost my discipline, or it feels like I lost my discipline, my commitment to myself, and this unspoken promise to be of service. I woke up this morning tired, as I have been the last 8 months. Like, mentally tired. I can't turn my mind off. I'm physically tired. I've been trying for the last like week to do 100 push-ups right before bed, and I was just tired. Like, I woke up and I was just like, I am tired. I am weary. I thought about a lot of other things I'm tired of. I'm tired of the stress. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of being comfortable. Like, the last 8 months, me trying to get some extra sleep, me trying to eat something that's not good for me because it tastes good or whatever, just chasing convenience and comfort and what I want. I'm tired of that too. Like, it pisses me off. Like, I'm just quite frankly pissed. And that alone, just being like, I'm tired of being comfortable even, was enough to get me out of bed, on the treadmill, and just starting my day off right, reading the word. And that discomfort was rejuvenating, which is so opposite of what I think my mind wants to tell me to do, and my flesh like almost commands me to do. But it's like the way I think we were designed. Even today, like in my own training and when I was teaching Patrick, it's not about like what you feel, or it's about like what you want to do. We focus on the process, yes, but first we kind of have to see what process gives us the output we want. And then we go like, yeah, that's it. What led us to that? Let me just continue to repeat that process. And in shooting, it works really, really well, because you go like, did that do what you want? No? Okay, let's tweak it a little bit. Yes, like we see the course correction here. Just keep doing that thing. But with living, we just kind of throw all of that scientific method out the window almost. I know what I want to do. And then I do the thing. Eat bad, sleep in, neglect responsibilities, don't read the word. I feel terrible at the end, and I'm constantly tired, and this is what puts me on that hamster wheel. And then I just do it every freaking day. But I broke the cycle today, and I just feel completely different. And it feels good, and I know what the process is to repeat that result. However, I know that tomorrow it's going to be a whole other battle getting out of bed and convincing myself what I want to do right now is not what's good for me. Like, I do not know what's best for me. Instead, my Father, who tells me, be with me right now, even though it's uncomfortable, even though it's inconvenient, even though you have to tiptoe out of bed, not wake the baby, be with me. And then let's start off the day crushing it. Get on the treadmill, move your body. This is what I made you to do. I made you to toil and have gladness in it. Being tired, that's never going to go away. At least you'll be tired for the right reasons. And I was like, dang. This is what I'm made to do. But there was like an inner joy in that. And I kind of felt that again today. I know this is more of like a shooting, I guess. This is only video number 4, I suppose. But like, I want this channel to be real. And I got reminded, just even saying I have an employee now, and like, we just had our issue 1, which is our apparel launch a couple weeks ago. And so we've got t-shirts and hoodies. If you guys are interested in supporting, all the stuff is going to be down here below in the description. To have that launch, to be able to afford the inventory due, the amount of orders we've gotten out this year, as of last week, I did the math, and we had enough pasters sold. This is just selling, not even like sponsorships or personal use or giveaways, like to cover the landmass of Germany and Japan combined, like the entire countries. Like every paster was laid side by side. It covers those 2 countries, which is freaking wild, right? And or the ability to pay a full-time employee, provide for his lifestyle, is like one of the things I wanted to do the most, is just like be able to help somebody else. I'm picking up the camera again to document the growth that's happening, as well as just be vulnerable, because I think other people probably are feeling that out there. As a young father, new father, as a young new husband, also as a business owner that's trying to do things right, I just want to help people focus. And maybe like that will lead people to shooting, and maybe that will lead people to training with me and whatever. But ultimately, I just want people to find content that will improve their lives. Like I'm tired of content that is distracting. I'm going to get the rest of these orders packed. I've been talking enough. We got some friends from church coming over for breakfast, and then we're going to head on over, and we're going to spend time off of social media, Joyce and I. And we're just going to try to be present. Tired, probably still. Baby keeps us busy, but present. See you guys in the next one. Hope this was somewhat helpful.